Hey all, hope you all doing good. This is Kamesh Sharma. Welcome back to my channel. So today let us discuss about a topic called vowels. This is a continuation of chapter 2. So let us see what are these vowels are. So let us quickly recapitalize what we had learned in the previous chapter. So in the past videos when you look after, we learned about the sounds depends upon a, and we have o, which represents with a dash, and a sound, o sound, e and u sounds. So these sounds are represented like dot, dash, dot, dash, dot, dash. As we already spoke, these sounds are already divided into two different types. One is a light vowel sounded and another one is heavy vowel sounded. And let us discuss what are the light sounds and what are the heavy sounds. It's very simple that let us take one example. uh, like we already discussed, whichever word we take, let us take an easy example that I would like to take one word called as paw. Let us take one word called as a paw. So never look at the spelling. Let us observe, let us hear to the sound. Which vowel sound are we getting from these six vowel sounds? If we hear to the sound clearly, we hear the sound called o. We don't call it as a, that is, I mean, a pa. We don't call as a pe. We don't call it as a o. We don't call it as a p or pu. The sound in a word called paw, we hear a absolutely aw sound. So how to write this word in steno? When we look back of all our videos, as we already spoke about that a and o, whenever we get these type of sounds, we have to start writing from above the line. Whichever stroke, whichever word it is, you have to start writing from above the line. So in this case, I am writing the stroke called p stroke, which is there in the chapter number 1. So B stroke, which is written in a light way, I'll be writing above the line, which starts from above the line. So this is a P stroke, and now we have to go with the principal number 1, 2, 3 in a vowels chapter. So when I write a particular stroke above the line, there is one rule that whenever we get a and o, we have to start writing from above the line, and we have to put it in the first place. Now in this case, the vowel sound will be placed only in the first place of this particular stroke. So the students who haven't gone through the videos of 1, 2, 3, 4, which have been uploaded in that chapter number 2, please go through it so that it will be easy for us to understand what exactly we are discussing about. So now I would like to say that we have to attach, it's a paw, so we need to attach a dash. Now let us see, are we hearing this sound that is before P or after P? We need to check it out. Now we can say that paw, we are hearing that particular sound after P. So it's easy for us to decide. Let us write down first a P stroke, and I have written above the line. So this is before P. Very simple. Your left hand is before, your right hand is after. Now just attach a small dash in the first place. So this word represents a word called paw. So P, and you're just attaching a dash. In the same case, for example, if I want to write the word called pa, now in the same place, instead of attaching a dash, we just attach a dot. Now, the important point is that as we discussed earlier, we have two sounds, one is light and one is heavy. In the same case, if I attach a small uh, dot, and at the same time, if I attach in a light way, so this is called as a light a. And in the same case, if I attach in a dark way, I mean in a, it's look like there should be a difference between light and dark. If I attach in a dark way, then this is called as a pa. In the same way, when we talk about a word called paw, this is not, we don't pronounce it as a paw, we call as a paw. So instead of attaching a light dash, we have to attach with a heavy dash. So this pronounce the word called paw. Now let me take more examples to understand clearly. So let us see that. Let us take the another word with the pay, with the sound called pay. For example, now we have a, we have o, we have a, and we have o sound as well. So what are the sounds? So let us write down the sounds: a, o, a, o, e, o. So these are represented with a dot, dash, dot, dash, dot, dash. So let us decide whether we are going to use a light dot or heavy dot, light dash or heavy dash, depends upon our pronunciation. Now let us take one example called pay. So as I told you in the beginning of our session, never look at a spelling. We don't look at a spelling and we don't write in a steno. So let us observe the sound here, to hear the sound clearly. So which sound are we hearing in a word called pa? Or is it a po? Or is it a pe? Or po? Or p? Or pu? So clearly defines that we are hearing a pe. It's a sound. So according to the rule, we have to follow, according to rule number 2, we have to follow that whenever you get any word that sounds with a or that sounds with a o, we have to start writing that particular word on the line. So this is principle number 2 or rule number 2. When you start writing from on the line, it's very clearly defines that whether it is a sound, whether it is a o sound, you have to attach only in the second place. Now we decided that a sound will come on the line, and we also know that it comes only in the second place. But here is a question mark that whether we place before p or whether we get after p. Very simple. Before in the sense to your left hand, after means to your right hand. Just check it out. We are hearing the sound after p. That is a pay. We don't call as a pay, right? We just call as a pay. So it is a light sound. So now you guys decide and tell me that whether you attach a light dot or heavy dot. Obviously it is a light dot. So in the same case, let us write a word called po. So which vowel sound clearly defines? So it is a o sound. So as per the rule number 2, whenever you get any word with a or o, you have to start writing that particular stroke on the line. So I decided to write it on the line, right? So when you're writing on the line, again it clearly shows that we have to place these dot and dashes only in the second place. Right, now I decided to put it in a second place, but you have to decide whether to are beforehand or after. That is before the stroke or after the stroke. It clearly defines that particular O sound we are getting after P. So you need to attach a dash. Okay, so again here a question mark whether to attach a light dash or heavy dash. It's a simple case that we are not calling as a po, right? It's just a po. So you can just attach a light, a dash. So how do you read this particular stroke? Just read P, and after P you attach a vowel sound and you read along with the vowel sound P, O, po. And how do we read this? P and A, P. Now let us see another scenario. Let us take an example called fee, right? So which vowel sound are we hearing? Never look at spelling. We never look at the spelling. Let us listen to the sound carefully. So which vowel sound are we getting? We are getting a E vowel sound. So as per rule number 3, whenever you get any particular word, the sound with a E or U, you have to start writing that particular word from through the line. So everyone knows, right? Rule number 1, above the line. Rule number 2, on the line. Rule number 3, through the line. So let us start writing this particular word through the line. So before writing, so which stroke we have to write? So let us make a quick revision of the particular stroke. So this is how we write F, and this is how we write V. It looks similar, but there is a difference. This is a light and this is a dark one. So you can just make a difference of light and you can make a difference of dark. So this is a F and this is a V. So in this case, in a word called fee, we use a F stroke. So I am writing through the line. Why? Because we are getting a E sound. So I'm done with F, and now we are going to decide where we are going to place this particular E sound, that is dot. So first place we don't, because first place only above the line, and second place in the sense middle, so we don't attach in the second place because second place will be written on the line. And if you're through the if you're writing the particulars through the line, then there is only one rule, that you have to attach in the third place only. But again, is a big question mark. Where to attach in the third place? Is it before third place or after third place? Very simple. We are hearing this particular sound after. So this attach a vowel sound after F. So how do you read, guys? So this is F, and after S you attach a dot vowel. So this represents a word called fee, right? And do we call as a fee? Yes, it's just not a fee. It's called as a fee. So attach a, instead of attaching a light dot, you attach a heavy dot. Heavy dot in the sense there should be a difference of light, and there should be a difference between light and dark. Let us take another example. Let us take with a oo sound, let us take a foo. Okay, so as I already told you in the beginning, never look at the spelling, right? So this E or O sound, we have to start writing from through the line. So which stroke will write? Out of, we have 26 strokes. Out of 26 stroke, which stroke? Obviously, we have to start writing with a F, right? So first case is always listen to the sound and decide whether are you going to start from above the line, or are you going to start from on the line, are you going to start from through the line, depends upon the sound. Okay, so above the line, ao on the line, eo through the line. So in a word called foo, I'm getting oo, I'm just start writing from through the line. So what next? So what next is that whenever we are writing through the line, make sure that you are attaching vowels only in the third place. So now, is it before or after? Very simple. We are getting that particular O sound after O, after F. So just attach after, this is before to your left hand and after to your right hand. So just attach a dash in a third place. So that represents a word called foo. So I hope you understood the basics of words, depends upon the vowel sounds, right? And before we start writing these small words, we need to be thorough with the rule number 1, rule number 2, and rule number 3 in my first 4 or 5 sessions. So have a good day, everyone. We'll continue in the next class by taking few more examples and by writing 2-3 strokes at a time. Thank you. Have a good day.